everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Sue, and today I'm going to continue with this masterboard that I've started. This was done for the Marguerite Miller, I think it's collage Facebook group, something, I'm not sure. I'll put a link down below anyway. And the whole idea was that you make a masterboard, you cut it up into 3 inch by 3 inch squares, and then you decorate them and send some of them away for people to put together as a little booklet. The other thing is, on the back you had to put a quote or a message that was a positive message for today's times, so that, you know, it was a bit of an inspirational type thing. So I've done the collage board. I've actually made two. There's this one and this one as well, which goes this way. So what I will do is I'm going to cut these up. I'll just do one today. I'll cut it up and I'll start collaging. I may or may not get them all done. It depends on the time. So what I've got with me to use, I have got some bits and pieces. This is a print done on the jelly plate. This one was actually a shaving cream print that I did a long time ago. So I've sort of gone through my box of bits and pieces. I've got some tissue paper, and my main sort of focal image for the collages are going to be birds. So basically I've got this little tub of birds that I've cut out from one of those little bird books that a lot of people seem to have at the moment. So that will be my main focal image. I do also have a little bag of small cut out flowers as well, so I may put those in as well. I do also have my one of my tubs or drawers of scrap bits of paper and things. I do also have, the container of my used postage stamps, which actually looks a lot emptier than it did because I've actually taking the backings off a lot of them, so they're actually drying somewhere else. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'll come back after I have trimmed or cut this one up into its pieces. Alright, they're all chopped up. Now, to do the background or the masterboard, we started with a 13 by 13 scrapbook page, one that you don't sort of want anymore, or, you know, one of those ones that you know you're never going to use. And then we ruled it into 3 inch squares. So basically there were 4 3 inch squares. So this was what it was ended up. You've got your scrapbook paper, you've ruled up your 4 columns, 4 rows, and then you were to collage on the background, a fairly neutral background. I will link Marguerite's initial video so that you can go and actually see how she did it. It's quite simple, but the whole point is that you've got a little bit, each square has different elements, I guess, so different bits of the background in there. And then of course we then ruled over the top again so that I could cut it, and this is what I've ended up with. There was some washi tape added to it as well, but Marguerite will explain all of that in her video. What I was going to do was decorate them, and what I might do, I might actually speed up this part of the video. Once I've done a couple, then I'll speed it up. So how I go about collaging, it may be different to other people, maybe the same, I don't know. I start with my focal image, and then I have a look at what I've got that I can use to go with it. Now, because it's got red, I'm thinking I'll have a little bit of red paper there. And I'm also thinking a red stamp might be useful. Could add a little bit of red washi, which conveniently I have on my table. So I just put things together from there. That's red, but it's slightly different. So I try to keep it within the same tones, I guess. And of course, if I don't have any, I will have to look for something else that I think will be suitable. That possibly could go okay. So it's a matter of finding a couple of things that will go with it. That's got a bit of red in it, so that could possibly go. I do also have the little flowers. These were cut out, they're roses mostly. I think they're all roses actually. They were cut out from a book that had just very small images of roses. So let's just have a look. I might not use that one, I might use this one. So it's fairly neutral, there's not much there, and I might zoom you in a little bit more if I can. There we go. Now I do have my little ruler, my blade that I use. Oops, and it's not so great on this because it's so delicate, but just a small piece. I'm not convinced about that one. It's not too bad. It's got the red, but I think once it's distressed around the edges, it might look better. So I hope everybody's well. Getting used to staying indoors. It's certainly challenging at times. Yeah, not too, that's okay. Then let me see, what else have I got here? Most of these might be actually a little bit too big, I'm thinking. Here's another red, let's have a look. If I pop that maybe in the background, because it's quite large. Not convinced. I'm thinking maybe another colour, maybe. We'll try white, see how the white looks, or the creamy colour. No, don't like that either. Thinking maybe these flowers would be better as focal images themselves. That one's not bad. It's a bit smaller, and I could possibly tuck it like so. Yeah, I don't mind that. So that's what that one would look like. I think that's okay. Maybe a little bit of the washi as well. Might pop that underneath. So just move that. I might just put a bit of glue because the washi has a tendency not always to stick. Yeah, I've learned from experience trying to put glue or anything on the tissue paper is not fun. Oh dear. Okay, that's fine. Now I'll stick the bird, and I do need something to glue on. Okay, now I think the flower was supposed to go behind, wasn't it? Alright, let's have a look. I think because I've got so many to do, I really need to stop being so fussy. Okay, so that's pretty good. I quite like that. Hope I was on camera then. It's hard when you've only got, you're so zoomed in. Now I know some of the ladies were rounding their corners, but I'm not sure if I will. And I need a little bit more glue there. Okay, so that would be one of them. I think that's quite pretty. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's have a look what else we've got. Alright. I think, what's this one? Yep, okay. Okay, now this one I could possibly chop that down the bottom there a little bit too. Okay, it's very neutral, so it does need a little bit of colour, I think. So let's have a look. Pink, no, I think it needs a brighter one than that. We need something small. That's small, that might be nice. That's a pretty pink too. Oh dear. Let's have a look. What can we use here? Now if I use that pink, I've got a little bit of pink here I could use somehow. So let's just tear. Let's have a look. How can we do this? Something like that perhaps. Just tear this a little bit so it's not so straight. Just a little bit. I don't want to lose all that pink though. Oh, now it's stuck to my fingers because of all the glue. Okay, so if I pop that there, that could stay there. Flower. Quite like it at the back there. Yeah, I quite like that. Yep, okay. Let's not overthink things, let's just do them. The time of this video, that I'm doing this video, we've been in lockdown, I think, 3, 4, maybe 5 weeks, I think. I think it's about 5 weeks. But I think people are starting to relax about a little bit about it, and there's more people sort of starting to move around and go places, I think, because both my partner and stepson have commented on the amount of traffic that seems to be on the roads at the moment. You know, there seems to be more people sort of venturing out, which I guess I can understand it, but it's also a little concerning because we are still you know, suffering with this virus, so really don't want to get to the point where people are ignoring the rules, guidelines, and going out so that it doesn't actually disappear or we can't get it under control. You know, I think we've still got to be a bit cautious about it. But I must admit, it is. You know, as I said before in a few of my videos, I don't mind staying at home. It doesn't worry me. But I must admit, you know, I did wake up this morning thinking, gee, it'd be nice to go out. So, yeah, I guess other people are thinking the same thing. Okay, well, that was number 2. Number 3, this washi tape here is kind of making it a little difficult because I don't know if you can pick that up, but there's a little bit of gold in there. So I'm thinking it's going to have to be one of these birds that have sort of got the yellow tones to them. I'm not sure how he sits, maybe like that. Let me see. Maybe some yellow paper behind him. Might be nice, just a hint of yellow. This paper is actually tissue paper that I got out of my an order, a shoebox that I had. So you can actually see, if you look carefully, you can actually see the word the shoe company printed on there. But I didn't think that particularly mattered. Okay, oh sorry, I keep a little bit too low. Maybe what I need to do is put a little mark where I need to be. There we go. Ooh, a yellow flower maybe? Let's have a look. Oh, that scared me. Not sure what that timer was set for, but anyway, excuse me for that. That's a nice yellow one. Yeah, I quite like that. He's sort of tucked in but behind there. Yeah, I quite like that. I think that's quite pretty. Hang on, let's just reshuffle again. Maybe that's even better. Yeah, I think I like that better. So, very quickly, let's see if we can just press the edges. And again, this is tissue paper, so it's a little bit harder to do. With this collaging, you can sort of do anything you like, I think. You know, to me this is a little bit different to when you do, when I've been doing the other collages, the assignment collages, where you're given certain elements to find and put in your collaging. This one, because you're doing smaller pieces, you do kind of need a focal image, I think. And for me, I prefer to have a neutral background to start with, so that it doesn't sort of fight with the image that I'm putting on there, the focal image that I'm putting on there. So that's another one done. So it doesn't take long. I mean, you'll probably notice there's sort of a little formula that I'm now doing. It's a bird, a flower, and a piece of paper, and possibly a bit of washi if it fits in, I guess. I might actually come in towards the end when they're dry and do a little bit of stamping as well. Let me see. This lovely one here, he's gorgeous, isn't he? I might pop him there. Colours. Pinks possibly, greys. Maybe we'll use some scrapbook paper. What have I got? I've got this grey actually. I wonder how that will go. On this back side. Possibly. Just have a quick look through. This is just my one-off, where I just throw bits and pieces. There's little bits, there's bigger bits. Something, what was I looking for? Something, where is it? Let's have a look. Pinky grey. Ooh, that's a nice pink. That's a similar pink to the actual bird. I don't think I'd have too many greys. Oh, I do have a silver. Hang on, there's a bit of, no, that's a wood grain. That might be useful for something though. I might pull that out. Okay, let's have a look at this here. Actually, where was that one? Alright. Whoops, nearly lost everything then. Let's tuck that back out of the way. Okay, so this is basically what I do when I do it. I just sort of put all the elements there and have a look at which suits. I actually quite like it against that wood grain, and I do like that pink. So I'm thinking, I think I like it better than that, so that can go. I'm thinking might actually do some little rectangles. Maybe like something like that. Pretty sure I'm not going to have a flower that would coordinate with that, although that's not too bad there, is it? Something like that perhaps. Or if, where are my little scissors? I'm going to do a little bit of cutting here. I'm going to fussy cut the flower part away from the stem. Something like that. Quite like that. Okay, so we'll just quickly distress the edges. So as I said before, I hope everybody is going okay. Not finding it too stressful, staying at home, not being able to go out, or just that little bit of freedom that we all like. You can pop a comment in the description box if you've got anything to add. Let me know how you're going at your place, what you're doing, especially those people with kids. It must be hard going, I think. Keeping them occupied too, because they won't be going to school possibly, or to their sporting events and things like that as well. That sort of thing must be hard going, I think. Fortunately, no young kids here, so we don't have those sort of stresses, thank goodness. Now I'm going to have to chop his tail off because it's just overhanging a little bit. Leave it like that. Nope, might take that off. Just pop it there. Oh, it won't stay. Stay. All right. Now, not really happy with that bit, but maybe I'll take it off. There we go. So that's that one. And again, just distress the edges. Oh my goodness, that little flower, it won't go away. Okay, where'd it go? It's gone now, I hope. No, there it is. It's still there. I think it wants to go on this card no matter what. Okay, well that's 4 down. Alright, I have no idea how long this video is so far. No idea. Let me just have a quick look at the time. Not sure when I started. Never mind. Let me see. We have another one with a bit of pink. This one's quite large. It's going to take up a little bit more space. Let me see. Pink maybe again, similar pink to same pink we had before. Been doing, not searching particularly, but I've come across just a couple of different YouTubers that I hadn't seen before, which has been nice. I guess because I've got the extra time on my hands, I've I've been able to sort of have a look around a little bit more and spotted a few different people. Just something different. It's interesting how many people you come across actually that you think you would have come across before. Even Australian YouTubers, I thought I'd sort of come across most of them, but recently I've come across a couple more, and off the top of my head I couldn't even tell you who they are now, but ones that I'd never heard of, and I thought, wow. And they're not new channels, I don't think, because they've got quite a few subscribers and things, the couple that I'm particularly thinking of. Not that I can actually think of their names right now, but if I think of anyone I'm putting up the video, I'll pop their channels, a link to their channel, because yeah, I was surprised. I thought I'd sort of come across everybody, but no. So And it's always nice to come across new people, just see what they're doing and, you know, maybe learn something different or whatever. So, yeah. I've actually added a few slow stitching YouTube channels too to my ever-growing list of channels I'm subscribed to, that I just recently discovered since I've been doing a bit of slow stitching. There's that one as well. Whoops, there we are. It's quite cute. Yeah, so it's nice coming across new ones, I guess. Okay, I'm just going to do this one since he's sitting here. Okay, what am I looking at? Yellowies. I'll just do, see if there's maybe something like this without the paper background, maybe. And maybe a stamp. Let's have a look. There's an aeroplane one. Right colouring, I think, but I don't know, I can't seem to put that with that. I don't know, it doesn't go well. I think that's one of my problems too. I struggle with that. Things have to go right. Oh, what's this one? This is a nice big one. It's an Australian stamp. It's nice and yellow. Australia Day 1997 landscape, Fred Williams. Okay, actually, yep, and that's going to go there. And it's going to go like that. Yep, I like that. So, that was a quick one. It's funny how sometimes they just seem to flow, for me anyway, in particular. Some I can just pick up and put them together quickly, but other times I sit there and I can struggle and I cannot get it to look right, or to look to my satisfaction, I guess. You know. And other times, works well. I don't know. Alright, let's just put some glue. I need some paper. Alright, now what I will do, I will get my stamps out. I can unbury them. Script stamp, I think, and brown ink pad. This is Potting Sale. Might just come out a little bit now. That's better. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just a little bit of stamping on them, and then I'm going to consider them finished. Not much, just a little bit, just sort of tie in everything. And then what I will do, I will finish off the rest of these particular ones, and I will come back and just do a bit of a flick through of the others, and I'll show you these ones with the other ones as well. I feel like a bit mass production here, and that needs. Okay, so I will do the rest of them, come back and show you. Okay, now that took a long time. Several hours, I think, but I'm finished. So I'll just quickly flip through them for you so you can see which ones I've done, and I'll just bring you up a little bit. Okay, so I think this one, I think it was one that I did on camera. I'm not sure, I can't remember now. So there's that one, there's that one, that one, oops, that one's stuck. You can see the things I've used, bit of paper, some stamps, the flowers, pretty much on all of them. There's not a lot of different bits and pieces. This one had a little bit of cutouts from some paper. They're still a bit damp on the back. That one. That one. That one. Now on the back we actually had to put what we've sort of, the positive things that we've sort of discovered from the whole experience of being locked down. Not as easy as I thought, to be honest. And the ones I've put are kind of general ones, I think. And I think this one's going to need a little bit more glue there. Might try the glitter glue instead of the glue stick. I did find that some of the elements just didn't stick with a glue stick. Alright, now on the back, I'll just read a couple. I'm not going to read them all. What I did, I think I came up with 8 and split them between the 2. So this one, we all need people to connect with. We should spend more time with our family while we can. We should appreciate the freedom we have to travel outside our homes. We as a people need to be more considerate of our resources. Life is too short not to be doing what you want to do. We should rely less on our outside resources and make do with what we have, and I think a lot of us will have done that, especially with our crafting stuff. Take enjoyment from the small things every day. Take enjoyment, I think I'm up to the repeats now. So basically that they are my little, I'm not sure what we're calling them, cards, pages for a little collage booklet that we're putting together. As I said at the start of the video, if you're interested, you'll need to go and see Marguerite Miller's channel, where she has some videos that she's made showing the whole process, and I will link her channel to in the description box. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.